guys, this is Kari from Tone Wars. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're really excited to hang out with you and to have you be part of our community. If you like what you see here, here's a couple ways you can support the channel. We always appreciate Super Chats very much, but here's a couple other ways you can support the channel and get something in return other than just content. If the Super Chat feature doesn't work for you, or if you're watching after the live stream, Jarrod's PayPal account link is listed below. Any donation of any amount is greatly appreciated. Since the show is sponsored in part by Motor City Guitar, we've included an affiliate link below. By clicking the link below, everybody wins. You're getting a great deal on some awesome equipment, you're supporting a store that has tons of inventory and great customer service, and you're supporting Tone Wars. And on top of all of that, if you live outside of the state of Michigan, whenever you buy anything from Motor City Guitar, you don't pay any sales tax. And last but certainly not least, you can visit our website at tonewars.com. The link is below. There you will find some awesome Kemper profile packs with the tone and feel guitar players love. You will also find presets for the very popular HELIX, HX Effects, HX Stomp, and Pod Go. Alright, the show's about to begin. We look forward to hanging out with you, so grab your favorite drink and join us in the live chat.
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Hey, welcome to Tone Wars Sunday Night Edition. I am Kari, and this is Jarrod.
What's going on, everybody? Sorry we're late. It's been a pretty eventful day. Yeah, lots of eventful things.
Yeah, we just had a little last-minute confusion.
Yeah, craziness. And
we had to be down an iPad.
I think so. Yeah, unless I can address this somehow.
Well, it's
Anyway.
good to see you guys here tonight.
Yes, as always. Love
Yeah.
seeing you guys here.
Jarrod is super excited about his profile pack you just released. It's been selling well.
Yeah, it's been selling like crazy today. I'm so grateful. Been getting a lot of great feedback from it as well, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You worked hard on it over the holiday.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So thank you to everyone who's bought it or is thinking about buying it. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. I mean, I spent probably about 8 hours on this on Thursday on Thanksgiving. I just came down here and I was like, well, you know what? I got to get this done. Here's the day to do it. And I did it. And then yesterday I shot the promo for it and released that late last night when I got back from watching Steve Shaheen perform. So I got home and it was done rendering and I uploaded that at like freaking midnight or something. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but
It's the life of a rock star.
yeah, right. The life of a wannabe. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to make, and I'm going to be playing a couple of them tonight for you guys, and man, they just sound so good, and I know they're mine, so of course I'm going to say they sound good, but I've learned a lot over the last year. I really have, and I've just gotten better and better, and I decided I'm going to start doing variety packs, because I mean, yeah, it's cool that you can get a pack of one amplifier, like 60 profiles or whatever, and I'm sure you'll find some great stuff in there, and I'm not knocking that at all. I think it's a great idea as well, but when I have a pack of 3 amplifiers with like 60 profiles, and, you know, you can really enjoy that, and I also dial in some rhythms and some leads, you know, profiles for you as well. So all you have drag and drop. Everything's good to go. Everything's just done and ready for you. So
As long as you like it brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah.
As long as you like all the brutes.
Well, let's say hi to a few people.
Yes, let's.
Sean Casey, how are you doing?
What's up, Sean?
I'm
Thanks
glad
for
you had
being
a
here.
nice Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
Matt Force, how are you doing?
Hey,
It was
Matt.
good to see you a little bit earlier at the store.
Yeah. What's going on, Matt?
Hope all is well.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, buddy.
JB50 Watts, hope you
Hey.
have a good Sunday and hope your Thanksgiving was good.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that.
Delicious food.
Right back at you. I had lamb chops. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can't get any better.
Can't get any better, man. Well, that leg of lamb was pretty good, too.
Still lamb, though. And as long as you have the chimichurri sauce,
Yeah. Can't go wrong.
so good.
Yep.
Mark LeBlanc, he says he can't hang tonight, but wanted to wish you guys a good live. Well, thanks.
Oh, hey, Mark. Sorry you can't hang tonight, but thank
Yeah.
you very much for chiming in.
Lloyd Phillips, rock and roll, everyone. I hope y'all having a wonderful Sunday fun day.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lloyd.
Right back at you.
Jay Croft is with us.
Jay.
Says, hey, playa.
What's up, players?
And then he said, I think a new intro is in order.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we will be working on that, by the way. There's some stuff that I'm not going to keep going into how busy I was this year, but yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We already know.
Not going to beat that dead horse into the ground, but yeah, changes are coming.
Paul Smith is with us.
Hey, Paul, what's going on, man?
Jay says both of us are looking fancy tonight. Oh. Nice.
Yeah. You look a lot
Yeah,
fancier
fancy.
than me. Yeah. I'm fancy with my sleeveless button-up.
That's fancy for you.
That is pretty fancy for me.
You do have a very nice black suit coat, though. Has like this ribbon satin
Oh, yeah.
lining on the lapel.
The lapels.
The lapel.
Yeah, I haven't worn that in a while. I don't even know if it fits me anymore.
Did you get are your guns too big now?
The guns are too big. I don't know. I have a leather coat upstairs that when I put it on, I'm like, nope, can't wear that anymore. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah,
So
thank
we're going
you.
to talk about your profiles.
Yes.
And we're going to take viewer comments. I was going to sing, but I'm still a little coffee tonight.
Yeah.
We practiced right before we went live, and if I take a deep breath in,
She starts hacking crazy.
Yeah, it's not the singing part, it's the breathing part.
Yeah, and I made the thumbnail already, so my apologies for lying to everyone. I'm very sorry, but she came down and it was like a game time decision, and I thought she was going to do it, because usually we just risk it, and tonight she was like...
It's just every time I take a deep breath in,
She hacks.
the phlegm gets in the way and
Yeah.
I start hacking, and
Yeah.
I don't want to gross you out or ruin it.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? When in doubt, play it safe sometimes. So we decided to... So I'll have to change the thumbnail after the show.
Oh,
So
yeah.
people don't like, hey, well, I thought she was singing, you know?
Sean Hockey just joined us.
Hey, Sean, what's happening?
He said, hey guys, nothing like getting fat and scratching. Turkey Day's wonderful.
That's right, man. Turkey Day was it's awesome, man. I definitely celebrate. We celebrate it every year. It's awesome. It's a great holiday, and it gives you a chance to just sit back and be grateful for
Reflect
everything.
and enjoy some family.
Yeah,
If you do enjoy your family.
If you do enjoy your family. Yeah, I'm definitely grateful. I mean, I watched our episode back just to check the mixes,
Yeah.
from last week,
week.
and I have to say publicly, like, I'm grateful for having you on here, because I'm not kidding you, like, you killed it last week. You sounded
you.
so good, and I was just like,
Now you're
wow.
making me want to try to sing.
No, I'm not trying to bribe you here, because we don't want to prove you wrong.
Right.
Whatever, we want to undo all that
Right.
goodwill there.
Well, I wasn't
But-
expecting that.
But
Thank
yeah,
you.
it was nice. I mean, I was literally, and my friend Todd,
Yeah.
who was doing a ton of work upstairs in
Yeah.
the house, I showed him. He's like, "Well, how'd your show go last week?" I'm like, "You know what? Let's check the mix while you're working on
Yeah.
in the he was putting in the grout on my
Yeah, the tile in the
the
kitchen.
tile." So I was like, "Well, let's just blast the mix real quick." And he was like, "Dude." He's like, "Oh my God." He's
Aw.
like, "Man, she sounds amazing." I'm like, "I know." I'm like, "You're right, dude." I said, "I'm pretty lucky to have her." He's like, "Hell yeah, you are."
That's
like,
nice.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I
Thank
really enjoyed it very much, and just sitting back listening to it with somebody else in the room,
Yeah.
where you're not cringing and going, oh, I mean,
Yes.
he was like all over it,
Oh,
man.
good.
Yeah,
Thanks
so
for telling me.
of course, you deserve it.
I'm grateful to be able to work with someone of your caliber
Oh,
as well.
yeah, she likes slumming it with me.
No.
I appreciate
We've done
it.
some good stuff over the
Yeah,
years.
there's some, I try. I appreciate it. But I am grateful. We're grateful for all you guys too. I mean, seriously, like I can't even put it into words. Like every time we go live, to have people out there that enjoy the show and interact with us, especially and all that. I mean, it really means the world to us. It really does. I mean, Sundays are the highlight of our week. I mean, I right for you and me. I mean, it's a lot of fun coming down here and doing this. And
I worked so hard yesterday. I put up Christmas decorations and stuff. I like threw my back out. I was done for the night.
yeah,
Yeah, so this is definitely the highlight. Coming here is a treat.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know, it really is.
It's not hazardous to your health.
No, for the most part, unless I have the amps too loud sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, you know, nothing life-threatening anyways with those. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we always have some good food. We
Some
had
good drinks.
Yeah, we had some crazy crab today. That was good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So good. It was like the crab boil with the corn and the potatoes, and it had shrimp, mussels, and then some snow crab.
Yep, and you wear the hazmat suits.
Yeah,
Just
you
freaking go down.
and gloves, and
You
you're
hosed
all
off afterwards.
greasy.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It's definitely not good first date food. If you're going out with somebody on the
Right.
first date, both of you are going to be looking at each other like,
All right.
calling Ubers. Yeah, pick me up in 5 minutes. This one's a slob.
I feel like the restaurant needs to give you more utensils, though.
Yeah.
They just give you the little nutcracker things. Like, I need the scissors and the little teeny fork
Yeah.
and
They need that shower section.
the shower section.
Little car wash.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it was nice though, you know.
Oh, John Claudio is with us. He says
Hey.
Sundays are a great hang with both of you. Oh,
Thank
I
you.
agree. Thank you. Thanks for
It's
commenting.
always good to see you here too, buddy.
Sean Hockey says, no Kari singing. I'm going home. Oh, wait. I am home. Rock on. No, I wish I could. We'll try to do it again next week.
Yeah,
The hacking is on a different level tonight.
We'll do it next week. Sometimes we have to make those game time decisions, and the thing is like, you know, it's always, you know, what's that saying? It's better to close your mouth and be thought of as a fool than to open
yeah.
it and remove all doubt.
Right.
Yeah, she'd rather tell you than prove it to you tonight.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not pretty.
Yeah, sound checks are pretty brutal. Sometimes she gets through it. She's like, no, I'll be fine. But tonight, it just,
Nope.
yep,
I
yeah.
don't trust it.
When in doubt.
Scott Fulmer, thank you. It was really cool to meet you
It
at
was.
the Guitar Summit. Yeah, we didn't get to speak much, but the little bit that I did, I appreciated it. It's
Yeah.
good to see you. Thanks
Yeah.
for the super chat.
Oh, thank you
He
so
says
much.
Jefferson's Reserve and Tone Wars, a great combination.
Hey, cheers, buddy. That's what I'm having, too. It's a Jefferson's night.
I have Three Finger Jack Cabernet.
Mm. That stuff's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go good with those lamb chops later.
We gotta
Yeah.
set those out.
Yeah, we do.
Lloyd Phillips says Sundays are made for music.
Ah, yes. Thank you. I love Sunday nights, man. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, and I got my favorite profile so far in this pack is the Nightmare Brutal Rhythm. That was the one that when I was looking through them all, that was the one that spoke to me the most, you know, and I was like,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to dial that one in and make it the rhythm, and then I also made it the lead with just adding some effects and cranking the overdrive a little bit in it, you know.
We just got a comment from Dustin about your pack.
Oh,
He says, this pack sounds so good. Really love the DI profiles. Running them through a Mesa 4x12 and it sounds crushing.
sweet. Thanks,
Aw.
man. Dude, I'm so glad. I'm so glad because the DIs, it's like you do them and you can't hear them when you do them. So you're like,
Good job.
thank you. Yeah, I'm so glad you love them, man. I mean, that was a labor of love, but I was happy to do it, and I've been wanting to do that. That Purple Nightmare, dude, that amp profiles like a champ. It really just, it just slays.
It might be my new favorite.
It's a good amp.
Yeah.
It really is a good amplifier. I love that thing so much. It's just, every time I play it, I mean, the walls in the house shake. It's just got this big, just this enormous sound. And I'm like, I hope I can capture that. And I did. I did.
Scott Fulmer said it was cool to meet you too. Yeah, thanks. Morty Friedman says, hey, I'm new to recording. Question that I can't figure out. If I'm recording direct with the aux box, do I need a separate IR as well in addition to the aux, or no? Thanks.
You don't need it, but if you want to, because the aux box does have really good cabs and mics in it, the cab sims, or I should say the cab emulators, or emulations that are in there are really good. So just pick a good mic combination, and you should be good. But as a you know, safety net, it's always good to have a DI as well. So if you're going to do reamping, do a track with a good, cab emulation and mics, and then do another one with a DI. So later, if you're just feeling something different and you want to run it through something else, then definitely do that as well. So it really comes down to, I always say, always have a DI, because final mixes, there's
Not
times.
a DUI, just a
Yeah,
DI.
exactly. Well, final mixes are weird because sometimes people will send their mix out to another engineer for mastering.
Yeah.
And the mastering engineer might come back and say, well, I can master this and it's cool, but that guitar tone's just not working for me. It keeps getting crushed. Do you got anything else? And if you've recorded with that, you don't have a DI, you're like, no, that's all I got. And he's going to be like, all right, well, there you go. Yeah, it is what it is then. And you'll have to make some compromises. So always have a DI. Always, always, no matter what. No matter how good you think your guitar tone is in that initial recording, chances are, I think it's 50-50 that you're going to keep it in the final mix. So
There you go, Morty. Yep. If you have any other questions, go ahead and put them in the chat.
Yes.
Jason Taylor. Hey, man. How are you?
What's up, Jason?
I don't think I've seen his name for a second.
He's been here off and on for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was here last week and the week before, but I think there was like a week or two because he had, probably get busy, right, Jason? It happens.
What was going on, Jason? Where were you?
Look at her, man, like
Sheesh.
a freaking hall monitor here. Where you been? You got to sit in the corner with a dunce cap on with gum on your nose.
I get used to seeing the same names, and then when they're gone, I'm like, hey.
Don't you play hooky on us. She'll come find you. She's like a truancy officer. I haven't seen in a while is Marty 5.
Marty 5.
Yeah, he was here, I think, a week or two ago.
Once. Yeah, he booped in.
I know he's got a different job now, is what he said. Yeah, he is changing jobs, so it's going to be a little scarce for a bit. But
I just thought maybe his hot tub was a little more appetizing than ours these days.
Well, Marty, if you're watching or if you're watching in the future, we miss you seeing you in the chat. But we get it. We get it.
If I had a hot tub, that's where I would be. So.
Yeah, we'd be streaming from the hot tub.
Oh, there
hot
you
tub.
go. Nice.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Hot tub.
Hot tub. Eric, how are you? He says, hello, YouTube.
What's going on? What's happening? Yeah, so should I do a couple mixes?
Yeah.
Let me just do a couple of the common ones that I do, just to give you an idea what these sound like. I'm gonna turn off.
So tell them what you're playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off my in-ears, and I'm gonna listen to these through
in the room.
The monitors, but I have to remember to turn off the mic.
Yeah, no feedback.
Squeals. All right, 1 second here, guys. Well, I broke a string.
I'm like enjoying it, and then what happened there?
That's how metal these profiles are. They're string snapping good.
That's hilarious.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I was like, no, bad note.
Well, folks, you saw it here first.
Hopefully you have songs you can play with another guitar.
Yeah, I have to go get the purple guitar, and I'll set out the lamb chops.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. I can't believe I freaking did that. I had a feeling these strings, this was going to break soon because they were not staying in tune very good for me the other day, and I'm like, there's the warning, you know. Well, there it is, folks. That's how metal these are. I should put that in the caption. They're string snapping good.
That's funny.
Oh, well, I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, send your Kari questions and comments so I don't just sit and talk about turtles the whole time. All right. I noticed that Paul was asking Jay if 3-chord was the whiskey that was bad, and it is 3-chord. So the story behind that was our friend Jay had gone on a work trip. I think he was in Kentucky, and he told Jarrod they had like some kind of wonderful whiskey store down there, and he was like, you know, I'll bring you something back, and he sent us some pictures of some, and Jarrod had picked 3-chord just from a picture that Jay sent. And he got so excited that he couldn't even wait. That's the way Jarrod is. He gets something stuck in his head, and he gets passionate about it and amped up, and he could not wait. So he went to the liquor store up here and bought a bottle before Jay could even bring it back. And it was the nastiest stuff. We tried it on air, and tasted like it was the shoe leather whiskey for sure. So then now we have 2 bottles. One that, well, Jarrod ended up buying both of them, but aren't you glad I'm not singing? Excuse me. Yeah, so now we have 2 bottles of this god-awful whiskey that Jarrod picked from a pitcher.
Yeah, it's bad on a galactic level.
Oh,
that was $100 wasted.
So JB50 Watt says, oh wow, I thought to myself, that ending sounded different than usual. It sure did.
Yeah, it was a little different.
Oh, that's
it was
hilarious.
The D string too, man. That thing just snapped hard.
Lloyd says, gotta love snapping a string live.
Yeah, it happens, man. I used to freak out about that stuff. Now I'm like, whatever.
Carmine, how embarrassing, yeah. Eric, stay away from those slinkies.
Yeah, I got pantsed by my strings. These are paradigms, too, which are supposed to be practically unbreakable, but they're not, obviously, you know.
Carmine also likes turtles. Oh, Jay Croft, let's see. It was truly horrible. He's talking about the whiskey. Yeah, it was.
It's so bad. It literally tastes like you're drinking a pureed bowling shoe. Yeah. It's been in the bowling alley for 20 years.
Bad.
It's
and I'm not
awful.
just saying it as a girl who doesn't like whiskey in general. I really do like to drink whiskey. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't love me back.
Yeah.
But I really do like it, and it was horrible.
It was just disgusting.
Yeah.
It
Ronnie
really
K, I didn't want you to think I skipped over you. Hi there, I saw he says, hello from The Rock.
Hello, sir.
Oh, and then down he says, what is the band you guys were in? We were in like 3.
Yeah.
So we started out as Rain. Mm-hmm. And then it was Anastasi.
Yeah.
I guess it was just 2.
Well, then there was that crappy band before that.
Oh, the cover band a long time ago.
Yeah, the crappy cover band, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Anastasi was the latest, and then before that was called Rain.
And we're going to start working on those songs, too, so we can perform those for you guys, because I'm really looking forward to getting back into those.
Paul says, I found out today that it's Pat Benatar and Neil for all those brands.
Yep, yes. It's Neil's brand.
Unfortunate. I love Pat Benatar, and, I mean, of course, the 3-chord music reference. That's why we thought, though. I'm like, 3-chord,
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool, you know, and it's just awful. You know what was funny? Neil Giraldo was on a live stream where Dave Friedman was on. And Dave Friedman's also, he loves whiskey and stuff like that too. And it was funny because he brought it up while he was on that live stream. He's like, yeah, I do whiskeys now, and I have this one called 3-chord, and yeah, have you ever tried it? Dave's like, yeah. And then he just kept talking. It's like he probably didn't want to. He didn't say anything. He's like, "Yep, I've tried it." And then he was just like, "Okay," and this and that, and they just went on. And I could tell Dave was like, Please don't ask me if I liked it." Because I didn't. I'm not saying
my face. Even if I was lying, my face would tell the truth.
Oh yeah, and I'm not saying it. I'm not saying if Dave liked it or not, but typically, if you liked something, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it was awesome." But he was like, just.
Yep. Next.
I'm sorry, but I don't care who you are. If you like that, you got problems.
Oh God. Nasty. Carmine says I can never get a set of strings to last more than a month. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I get about 2 out of these. But yeah, I'll have to I'll put a thing on my calendar, maybe changed on whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put a note on there, changed on this date, then I can refer back to it and see how long they actually last me. You know, I just changed these the day before the Guitar Summit.
Yeah.
So these are a couple weeks old, but I haven't played this much, so I've been playing the red one a lot.
John Claudia wants to know where was the venue, what venues have we performed, and what do you remember about the performance?
Oh.
And then later on he says, what was the last venue you performed at?
Ah.
So that one, it was the hot one up in...
Yeah, up north. It was a 3-hour drive, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that was not the best going out show.
No, it wasn't.
The last one, it was in the middle. It was August or something like that.
Yeah, it was 110 degrees on the stage.
It was so hot.
It was like a greenhouse up there. Yeah. And we're up there just going, I just want to, want to leave. And we had a 3-hour trip ahead of us, so we just got done and packed up and left.
Yeah, we apologized and said our stuff to the other bands, and
we're like, sorry, but we gotta go, But
and then COVID was not long after that.
Yep, the following year. So
I think we've played around Michigan. We've played in the Chicago area as well.
Yep.
But the Machine Shop in Flint was someplace that we had performed. The Crowfoot in Pontiac.
Yep.
The Token Lounge that's in Warren.
Yep. And then Hot Rock.
Hot Rock is out in Westland.
Yeah, and then there's Chesterfield, Diesel.
Oh, Diesel out in Chesterfield. Yep. And then I don't think it's a thing anymore, but the Maidstone Theater was out in Ypsilanti.
Played there a lot.
We shot videos there, and we shot some videos at Token Lounge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then some places in Detroit. What was that bar that was really cool? We played with Amanda Somerville.
Oh, that was the Irish
pub. That was great, though. That was a good show.
They had a little venue attached to it. I can't remember the name of it.
She was a total sweetheart, too. She was really nice. And a couple other places that I don't remember. Oh, what was the one? It's kind of a divey, but they treated us really good. They were really nice out in that kind of area, too. Hamtramck or something.
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but that was an all right place. Yeah, I mean, we played around quite a bit, actually.
What do you remember about the performance? About the performance or about being, maybe I'll just answer 2 questions about being in the band. I loved the camaraderie of being in a group and all of us using our creative juices or, whatever it is to come together and create something that people enjoyed listening to, that was inspirational. It was something to look forward to every week, and it was hard work, but it was fun. And, the performing, I used to suffer from severe anxiety after I had my last child. He's 11 now, but I didn't struggle before that at all. Didn't have a care in the world, but I had Luke, and after that, my hormones went nuts, I guess, and I ended up with some horrible anxiety and panic attacks. And building through that, learning how to control it, and literally that's what it was, learning how to control the anxiety to the point where there was at times before I had it under control, I didn't even want to go to the grocery store because I felt like the aisles were closing in on me. to being able to perform on stage in front of all of the people. You know, like, that was a huge accomplishment for me. And honestly, our video from The Quickening
was about part of that.
Part of the story was about that. You'll see me shaking a medicine bottle from time to time. And I think some people...
They probably thought it was drugs.
Yes, might read into it as
anxiety meds.
A drug addiction, but it was just me not needing the anxiety pills anymore to get on stage and perform and do what I love to do. And you had a big... He used to tell me before I got off the meds and stuff, you know, he's like, you can do this. He would build me up, and, you know, he helped with the confidence and, like, you can do this. This is yours. And it worked. And I don't need the medicine anymore. Thank God.
Yeah, that would suck to have to rely on that, you know. But
it was definitely a huge... It saved me. It really did. Music and being in the band saved me from living in my house only and
just
being scared of everything.
Yeah. Well, and I think that, you know, no matter how successful, what level of success that you reach business-wise as a musician, I think there's a value in that personal success, you know, where you come out of your shell and you do things that you never thought you would ever do. And it shows you that there's this other side of you that you can incorporate that part of you into all the other things in your life. Because we're all performing, you know, you're performing even at your job, you're performing, you're doing things, you have to give presentations, there's things you have to do. And it's nice to have that performance part of you more honed in and practiced. And you get rid of the jitters, you know, I mean... I'm not saying I don't get jitters anymore, but I'm better at handling them when I get them. You know, there's times when we go live, I got the jitters for some reason, and I can't figure it out. But there's always that thing in the back of my head that says, dude, you've been here 1,000 times before, and you always made it through the other side. You might have made some mistakes, but you recovered, and you did okay. So, I mean, as far as what I remember the most is, you're right, the camaraderie. There were nights practicing here and we all go upstairs and we're dripping in sweat and we're just like, that was a practice session.
Yeah.
And we wrote a song. Like, I would come down with a riff, and next thing you know, we'd all walk upstairs and it's done, and we're like Fallen.
Yeah.
Remember when Fallen came together? We were just like, wow. Yeah, I mean, that song just came together so quick and it was great. You know, performing... You know, I think the best performances that we ever had were when we got the in-ear system.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
For sure.
If you're out there and you're performing a lot and you're always frustrated with your mix, if you don't have in-ears, you're always going to be frustrated with your mix. I'm telling you, in-ears will make you 1,000% better as a performer and as a group together. Yeah. I mean... you know, especially if you're a vocalist. If you're a vocalist and you can't hear yourself, it's like running through a maze in the dark. Yeah. You know, you're going to hit
and you
everything.
Never know what kind of sound engineer you're going to get. He might just be somebody that knows a little something about it, and they needed somebody to cover the local band.
Yep.
Or whatever. You know, you might get somebody good. You don't know what kind of equipment that they have.
Yeah,
do they even work?
And it's always inconsistent from night to night, from bar to bar, venue to venue.
You might get a turd that runs sound for another band that wants to sabotage you, which has happened to us.
You've had that. Yep.
We actually had a sound engineer. I know we're on this long bunny trail.
No, that's fine.
We had a sound engineer who runs sound for another local band, and he records as well. I was going to talk about. Kevin.
Yeah. I'll cover that. You cover this.
Yes, they're both Kevin though.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter.
The first one, he recorded our whole album, and we got invited to go do this charity gig that was out in
big fancy gig too.
Oh yeah, they had models.
Posh.
They were doing a fashion show, and oh my gosh, it was so cool.
Yep.
And I thought, this is gonna be great. This guy knows our music. We just recorded our album with him, and at that point in Rain, we had a co-lead. We had a male, and then I was the female lead, and so my turn came up. It was my song, and I started singing, and I wasn't even in the mix.
Yeah.
I wasn't out in the mix at all. I was in the monitors, so I could hear myself a little bit, and he was not at the board. He was
left.
schmoozing somebody in the back of the bar, and I'm just standing there with my pants down, basically, and I was pissed.
Yep, that was
absolutely.
You never talked to him again.
Nope.
You were like, we're done.
We're not recording with him.
Yep.
He didn't care. Showed me that night, and I will never send anybody there. We won't use them.
Yep, never again. And we did another gig with another. Here's the other thing too. Like you do gigs with people that, the band brings their own sound guy, and then he says, "I'll run sound for everybody," and then he sabotages everybody but his band, and that happened to us once or twice as well. That sucked.
Remember, it was all bass.
It was all bass. There was so much bass going through our the system that we couldn't even. We had in-ears, and we still. It was overpowering.
It was throwing us off, even through our in-ears. I couldn't find
her note. Yep. It was so bad, and I mean, there was so much bass. It was rattling the teeth out of my skull. So
those were some bad experiences.
Yeah, those were some bad ones. But the good ones was when we switched over to in-ears, and we played the Token Lounge that night. I still remember that night going up on stage. And all of us were like, we had the in-ears for 2 months, because that's how long, I always tell everybody, don't perform with in-ears until you've had them for 2 months. It takes that long to not only get used to them, but to dial them in properly. So, who did we open up for that night? It was a pretty big night.
God, I don't even remember. Yeah, it was just such a good
Was it the Jeff Tate night, I think? Might have been the Jeff Tate night when we opened up for Jeff, but we were all back there, and I'm like, well, here goes. Yeah. I mean, it's our first time, and it was packed. There was 500-600 people there. It was a packed night. And I think we were opening up for Jeff Tate. We go on, and I'm just nervous as hell. But as soon as that first chord hit and the song started after 10 seconds, I could hear her voice. We knew we would hear everything, but it's just your first time doing it on stage.
You don't know what the house is going to
with the house system. And we were looking at each other wow! And all our friends came up to us afterwards. They were like, that's the best you guys have ever sounded. We did. We killed it that night. And we were like, in-ears. No matter what, from here on out, it's all about the in-ears,
Well, we have a lot of comments to catch up on.
Oh.
Dust Devil says Southern Comfort is a favorite of his.
Ah, you haven't had that in a long time.
And I had scrolled past it, but I think Jay said... thankfully, the Wilderness Trail and New Riff I got from Louisville were pretty good. That New Riff is so good, and you can get that in Michigan now. So
yep, that's a unique one.
Those are good whiskeys. Let's see. Just picked up. Oh no, don't need that one. Juan Valdez.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Juan. Haven't seen your name in a minute.
Yeah.
How long is the sale on Kemper High Gain Pack going to be for? Just got a power cap, going to test it in the Kemper as well as a Helix. Good to see you guys.
Oh, cool. Thanks for asking. You know what? I'll keep it up I'll just do it for a whole week. I was going to do it just for a day, but I was like, I got the promo out late. I'll do it for a whole week. I'll put it up for sale until next Sunday. Yeah, and I've been selling a lot of them. I think I sold 15 packs today, which is great, and I very much appreciate it. I really do, and they're doing well, and they sound. I'm not kidding you. I mean, I know it sucks. I'm talking about my own.
It doesn't suck. It's your show.
Well, still, it's like handing in my paper to the teacher, and I already graded it myself. It's an A. So yeah, no need to. But still, I'm really enjoying them a lot. Again, they're so good. I snapped a string earlier, so can't get much better than that.
They were talking back amongst themselves about NYXL. Those must be strings. Going back and
NYXL strings.
Back and forth.
Yep. I still love the Paradigms. I really do. They do last longer than the other ones, but they eventually snap. I mean, nothing lasts forever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just the way it is.
Nothing lasts forever. Okay, anyway. Steve Shaheen says, I'm afraid of having bad guitar tones. You hush. Stick with this guy, you'll be okay.
Steve sounded great last night. Yeah, he sounded really good. His amp sounded amazing on stage. I was like, wow. Yeah, I told him afterwards, it sounded great. That's what good friends that also play guitar do for each other. Like, we don't care about the performance. It's just like, dude, how was my
Did
tone?
You sound okay?
Yeah. It's like, I know I hit 8,000 bad notes, but was my tone good? Yes. All right, cool. I don't care then, you know, but Steve played well and sounded good, so.
Said this is something he probably just wants me to say. Turd Ferguson, the sound guy, his mixes stink.
Yeah,
I think
Turd
he might
Ferguson.
be talking about the other.
Oh yeah, there's some definite Turd Fergusons out here.
Let's see. What's his name? Stone Dome 93. Hey Jarrod, have you ever tried to learn Under the Glass Moon solo?
Oh yeah, and that's a good question. That one I briefly looked into it, but I haven't really gave it the good college try. One of these days I want to, because I honestly think that it's almost like, you know, back in the 80s, it's like, yeah, that dude plays guitar. Can he play Eruption? You know, that was like the test. Now it's, can you play Under a Glass Moon? You know, that's that Petrucci solo.
Yeah.
That solo is one of the best solos he's ever done, and every time we see them live, if he plays that solo, the whole place goes nuts afterwards, and it's just one of those moments, man. Like, if you can play that solo, there's not a lot of guys that can, but if you can play that, I would say that you've arrived, you as a guitar player. You know what I mean? That's, you get a star on the fridge.
CS joined us a little late.
What's up, Chris?
No attendance for you.
Yeah.
No attendance bonus.
Yeah. We're going to send the truancy officer after you.
Somebody had mentioned that earlier. I think I skipped over it. Like, do we get bonus points for being on time or something?
Yeah, you get to hear me snap strings.
Joseph Hibbs, thanks for the super chat.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Thank you.
Mule Blues, he says, riffing on the new Brutal Pack right now. They slay.
Thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate that very much, man. Thank you so much. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, there's the one of the things that I like to do with the channel is obviously there's a lot of time that we spend on doing this, and I want to make a living, or at least get, you know, compensated somehow for it. But what I love about doing the profiles and the presets is, not only am I being compensated, but you're getting something in return more than just content. And it's like this great two-way symbiotic thing where it's like we both really get something great out of it. So I love seeing that, you know.
Carmine, you're hilarious. He says, yo, I have to take off in a few, but I just wanted to see how the gurgling sea witch chorus is coming along. You guys rock. Remember that?
Yeah, what was that about? I forgot now.
It was when I was super sick and could barely talk.
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
I had a sore throat, and I said I'd probably sound like a gurgling sea witch. But then everybody was like, that'd be an awesome pedal name.
We'll have to make a note of that, because if I ever come out with a signature pedal, I think that would be the best one. The Gurgling Sea Witch. Bro, have you tried this yet? The Gurgling Sea Witch. That's like the perfect name. That would be a good chorus pedal too, right? Yeah. Gurgling Sea Witch. I'm going to have to talk to some people that I've been wanting to make some stuff like that. So I'm going to have to reach out to some manufacturers who make pedals and see if I can get somebody, you know, that would be willing to work with me on a Gurgling Sea Witch pedal. That would be the bomb.
That's hilarious.
And people have to buy it, because it's like, I have to buy that. It's just such a cool name.
Joseph Hibbs wants, play the Sphinx tonight. I haven't been on in a bit. Yeah, you want to play the Sphinx?
Yeah, you know what? I could probably do that for you right now. I don't have a wah hooked up to my Kemper right now. So it's going to be... What's that? Yeah, it's over there, but I don't have it hooked up. Yeah, I gotta redo my Kemper pedal board. But I'll do it without sans wah tonight. Let me do a couple riffs, get this guitar going here. 1 second. Okay, well, I probably should give Joe a refund for that one.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I screwed up that one part. You know, it's weird, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's weird when you don't have the wah.
Yeah.
It's like you're
How
used
do you make it?
Yeah, you're used to doing things a certain way, and when you don't have it, you're switching pickup selectors, and yeah, it was like all this extra stuff I had to think about.
Well,
Yeah.
he's super kind because he thanked you anyway. He
Oh, well,
said,
thank you. I
"Thanks
appreciate
much,
that.
Mister. It's one of my
Yeah.
faves."
If you want a refund, please email me, and I will send the funds to you. But thank you very much.
I'm sure he's satisfied. CS says not having the wah throws you off a bit if you're used to having it there for certain applications.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys that if I do one extra little thing, it throws me off. It really does. Even the songs where I move this and I put it, you know, when I'm doing certain things, when I first do it and I'm not used to having that extra move there, it'll throw me off. And I'm like, there's that one extra thing, you know, and I don't know why. It's how our brains work. Like,
It's like when you have to turn down the radio to pay attention to your directions.
well, yeah, exactly. Well, not only that, but there's times where you're used to grabbing like your keys in your wallet before you go each day. But then, like, you'll grab, like, let's say I want to have a cigar.
A water
or a cigar, you know, like, and I grab the cigar and lighter, and I forget my keys in my wallet. I get in the truck, and I'm like, oh, I can't even open my truck. I gotta go back in the house and grab my, like, you know, it's just that one extra thing. It screws you up, you know. It's real.
I have to be careful.
Real.
If I get distracted, I will leave my car on. I have that button ignition. You know, so I don't ever have to really deal with my keys. The door will unlock as long as I'm within a certain vicinity, or the keys are within a certain vicinity, and push the button for the ignition. And that I've gone in and had a meal at a restaurant and left my truck running. I just got out, shut the door, walked away. I wasn't thinking. Usually I'm on the phone with you, and I've been distracted by our conversation.
Yeah. Hello, AAA?
So.
That's funny, man.
Jeez.
I remember that happening to you, too. I thought it was kind of funny.
JB says, speaking of Under the Glass Moon solo, are you able to do Flutters on the 7th string? I find that it doesn't work quite as well as on a 6th string.
Yeah. Watch, I'll demo it, and it won't work.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'll demo it, and it won't work. But you can, you know. You know what? Yeah, it's not as fluttery, but there's times when I can... Let me see if I can do that again. There's times I can get it to work, you know. Yeah, it's a little tighter, you know, but there's time. It's funny. There's times it'll do it really well, and there's times it won't. But on a 6th string, the flutters are, for days. It's like Brad Gillis on crack, you know.
We're caught up with the comments. Do you want to play something else for
us? I sound checked with all of the Red guitar songs, so I didn't sound check with even the Sphinx, obviously, because I blew chunks all over that one.
Well, what are purple ones?
I don't have a lot of purple ones.
About My Immortal, is that red?
Yeah, it's all red. Yep, Out of Nowhere is red because of the tuning, you know. Time Flies is red. The only other songs I have are like, you know, the Catacombs. I haven't played that in weeks.
Oh, give it a try. It'll be
yeah.
entertaining either way. You can do it. We have to end the show early if you don't.
I'm trying to remember it all.
Stone Dome, do you know anywhere in the southeast Michigan, northwest Ohio area where you can actually try a Majesty or a JP15?
I know that Motor City Guitar, I've seen them in stock there. I don't know how many they have or if they have any, but you might want to give them a call because last time I checked on them, they had a few in cases back there in the stock room. So other than that, I don't know where you can find them. You know, they're not something that you see everywhere. We didn't even
see any at
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater,
yeah.
They didn't have any there.
Yep, yeah. It's crazy, man. Supply chain is bad right now.
Let's see, Paul.
We find Catacombs.
Paul Smith. CS, I'm dealing with a guy from Pittsburgh on a Fishman triple play. What's a Fishman triple play?
Probably the pickups. It's the only thing I can think of. I know Fishman makes pickups, but yeah.
CS, hey, who here had a good Thanksgiving? Raise your hands.
It was good. I had a good day.
JB says not in Northwest Ohio, but the Guitar Center in Columbus had a lot of Majesties. That was a while ago, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Where are you from, JB? I wonder where he's from.
Well, I'm sure he'll put it in here.
Yeah.
Well, he
probably
says,
told us before, but
he said the Guitar Center in Columbus, Ohio.
So maybe he might be from Ohio.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, you gonna play it?
Yeah. Let me.
You can do it.
I'm gonna.
You got it.
I'm gonna. This is the perfect example of me not sound checking or warming up. I haven't played this song in weeks. All right. Let me see here. I guess I made it through that one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
You made it.
It's been a while on
You
that
did
one.
better than just make it.
That wasn't bad, right?
It was good.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That was all right.
I'm glad you tried.
Yeah, I am too. Thanks for pushing me. I have one more I could do, but I haven't played this one in a minute either. But
Let's see.
yeah, I had big plans tonight with the red guitar. I was so mad. I was going to play all the red mixes tonight, all of them.
Lloyd Phillips says Merriman-Webster just uploaded your photo for the definition of fluttery.
Fluttery. Nice.
Stone Dome says Sweetwater was actually going to be my next try. I'll check out Motor City. Thanks. You might want to call Sweetwater and ask. I mean, we were there in the summer.
Yeah.
July-ish? When did we go? I can't remember. It was a little bit rainy.
Late July, I think.
Yes. So they might have some in stock now, but they did not at that time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You might want to check with Motor City too, because I'm pretty sure they have some. It's been a minute since I've checked on those, but I'm pretty sure they had some last time.
Jim says Fishman Triple Play is a wireless MIDI guitar pickup.
Oh, gotcha. MIDI, huh? Interesting.
JB 50 Watt. I'm from Massachusetts, but I go to grad school in Ohio.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Let's see.
Gotcha.
Sean Casey. Well done, Captain Overdrive.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Lloyd Phillips. That was sick. It was sick. It was so good.
Well, I appreciate that.
And Stone Dome says the cons of writing difficult music. Yes.
Yeah, it's,
Yes.
that's...
We've talked about that.
Yeah, I love the challenge, though, because, like, every time I come down here and I practice and I can play these things right, I'm really happy about that. It's like, it's a nice little boost to the, I wouldn't say ego, but at least to your, how you feel about yourself,
What you got going on
I
there?
finally got this thing charged up so I can...
Oh, you can follow along.
Yeah, I can follow along, because sometimes it's just nice to be able to do that. Yeah, so yeah, it's nice to have that challenge. And that's the thing, like, that was something that we, when people were asking earlier about, like, when you're in a band and stuff like that, that was one of the things that I loved so much, was the fact that I could push myself. And there were times that you pushed me. Remember the solo for Nightmare?
Yes.
I wrote this solo for Nightmare, and I was all proud of it. She's standing there with a smirk on her face, and she's like,
you can do better.
I don't know, man. She's like, I think you could do better. And I'm just like,
excuse me?
Excuse me? Girl, hold my earrings. We about to throw down.
No, you should have seen the look he gave me. Like, you didn't like that? Oh, that's how we're doing it now.
So then I played it off. I was like, oh, I was just kidding. I was kidding. That was my joke solo. It was a joke. Yeah. Well, where's your real one? I'm still working on it. So yeah, I went home and reworked the whole thing, and actually she was right. I could have done better, and I did. I think the first one was like, it started out really crappy, and it was like, it just had this awkward start to it.
I can't even remember, but I do remember telling you.
It was bad.
I didn't tell you it was bad.
No, you were just like,
it's flat. It was a little flat.
Yeah, you were like, I don't know, it's a little, I don't know. I think it just doesn't have that much life to it.
Yeah.
And you were
tactful.
Yeah, you were tactful and diplomatic, but the long and the short of it was,
that was back when we were still feeling each other out and like, can I actually do that?
Can I say this to him? Right. But
Gloves
I took
are off now though.
Oh yeah. She don't even care anymore. It's like, that sucked. No, it's true though, and I love the fact that we pushed each other, and I push myself hard anyways, but there's times where you feel like you did your best, and there's other people that they have a better view, because it's not personal to them. They didn't put in the work, so they can just be more objective and look at it and go, yeah, you could have done, but I love the fact that every time, like, I wrote a song and I wrote a guitar solo for it, I really did, except for that one time, pushed myself really hard. Yeah. Then there was always the, can I play this live? So you have to, there's performance level too, and It's a lot of work, staying sharp on a lot of the stuff that we play, because you really have to stay in shape, to be able to do it.
That I appreciated about us working together was that we do have different tastes and different styles.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge prog fan.
Yeah.
There is progressive music that I like, but that was the only world he lived in. And he liked 80s music and stuff like that too, but so I think that when I first joined the band, all of our songs were like 10 minutes long.
They were so long.
12 minutes long, and this movement into that and into this, and we're trying to play out, and we only get to play 4 songs because you'd have like a 40-minute slot.
Yeah, and if you got time, and the thing is like, if you have 3 minutes left, it's like,
we can't play.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That's our time, because you couldn't start anything.
I know. So I think having me come in and like tame that a little bit, and like we got to make this more palatable for the average listener when we go out. And
and there were times when you'd come in and be like, "Yeah, that intro is pretty long, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Let's cut some fat off of that." I'm over here taking a nap. And we're all
Did you need me? I don't know.
I'll be upstairs.
I'm gonna go have a snack and I'll be
making
back.
some barbecue or something. It was nuts. And the thing is, though, is once we did trim some of that stuff off, it actually was a good idea, because even there was a while you kind of like, she was right. That was pretty gratuitous.
That's funny.
So, but when it came to my solos, I'm pretty long-winded, and I was able to continue with my long-windedness with my solos. So that was my little trade-off, As long as I can blather on with my solos, I don't care. Trim all the fat you want. I don't give a crap.
You got one more you want to play?
Yeah, I might do 3 Shots in the Chaser. I haven't played this in a while, and it's another wah song. So get ready for another train wreck, but hey, why not? So this is still the Nightmare, Purple Nightmare Brutal profile, and this is the rhythm and the lead one I've been using all night. And these are my favorites so far. I mean, they just sound great. I'm real happy with them. So
Paul says go restring it. Why not just change the D string?
I do them all.
And leave me in charge of you guys? You guys are cruising for a bruising. No, I'll restring it tonight. I restring during movies. I got I'll put in a movie and I'll polish the guitar. I'll oil the neck and put all the stuff on the, all the areas, that needs to be lubed and everything. I know it's a weird word, but like moist.
Yeah, nut sauce, because that's what I use. It's called nut sauce. You put it on the nut. You put it on the bridge saddles. But enough about nut sauce. All right, one second, guys. Let me let me get these out first. And then
in, out.
I know, it's crazy. All right, one second. All right, so probably lost 20 subscribers off of that one. Holy crap. This is like the worst demo ever of profiles.
No, but the tone is
tone's
amazing,
good.
Actually. And
tone's
who said
good,
that?
the playing sucks.
Lloyd says the tone coming through my monitors is huge. Nice
Oh,
work.
sweet. Thank you.
It is. It sounds great. Buy yourself his pack. You can go to Tone Wars website, right? Just ToneWars.com?
ToneWars.com, yeah.
ToneWars.com.
And I know I'm shilling for myself tonight.
No,
but...
I'll do it for you. It's the ultimate brutal variety pack.
Yeah. Yep, so I have the Badlander, the EVH Stealth Red Channel, and the Badlander's in Crush mode. And then, of course, the Purple Nightmare, which just, depending on your taste, you'll like one over the other, or it's nice to have all three so you can just, rotate through them, So,
JB asked, have you ever seen the video of BB King restringing his guitar while performing?
Yes, I saw that. That guy was a beast, man. He was up there singing and playing guitar.
Yeah.
He snapped a string, and he's restringing while he's, while he's singing and playing. Yeah, that guy was a beast, man. Those old school guys, man, you can't beat them.
Jarrod prefers to have intimate moments with his guitars and nut sauce. What was the other stuff? Lube.
Yeah, lube. Yeah. Well, I have that, that wine. What do you call that thing? The sofa table.
Rack?
Wine rack thing behind my sofa, and I got the TV right across the room. So I put my guitar out on it with that stand and everything, and
gets his lube out.
Yeah. Light some candles. Put on Steel Magnolias.
Don't take those moments away from him, man.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Sean says, I heard that. It's okay. You improvised it.
Yeah, I totally did. I completely, seriously, when I tell you guys, I have to warm up, I mean it.
That you do need to warm up.
I do.
But don't let your anxiety.
Yeah. Well, it helps me get over that.
Yes.
But, yeah, so, whenever I come down here and warm up for the show, I just tell myself the first time I play all of these, it's going to be an absolute train wreck. And I'm okay with it. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I go here, not here, whatever. And then the second time is a little better. And then number 3 is like, okay, I can play this tonight. If it doesn't come together by the third time, I'm like, not playing that tonight. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, but.
Scott Palmer says, you're too hard on yourself. And Stone Dome says, tone sounds great. Relax, Jarrod. You're doing just fine.
Oh, thank you.
Paul says, you could throw a string on and put the rest on later.
Oh, no. Nope, I don't do that.
Do you like the Purple Nightmare? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purple Nightmare is stupid. It's such a great
and it's
amp.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
nasty tone and beautiful package.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great amp. It really
Stone
is.
Dome, for how much we pay for the damn thing's intimacy is a must for some of us.
You're right, man. You're right. I can almost hear that Lionel Richie song playing in the background. Hello.
Is it
you're looking for? Guitar's all there with a string hanging off. Yeah, fix me, baby. Fix me, baby. I'm all broken up. Pour some lube on. It's so bad. Yeah, but that's what I do. I'll watch a good movie or something and just take my time and polish it and all that, So, yeah.
Good times at
Good
Jarrod's
times, yeah. If these walls could talk, right? Oh, you're right though. You spend this much on them, man. And I don't like to replace one string because you got that one bright one, and the other ones are duller sounding. So you got this weird. One of these things don't sound like the other situation, So I'll just put them all on.
Everybody's laughing. JB says I actually have a BB King Gibson guitar. It's got a really nice neck that's easy to play.
Oh, nice. Yeah, man. BB King, man, he was a master. He had a lot of great stuff. So soulful, man.
I think it was Aaron Lucas. He wore a BB King. He used to be like a worship director at his church.
Yeah.
And he wore a BB King t-shirt to rehearsal or an
Did they give him
event
crap over that?
They fired him.
What?
He lost his job. They let him go.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was his side gig. It wasn't his main job, but yeah, they let him go. for wearing a BB King t-shirt.
I'd be like, well, you did me a favor then, because I can't hang with people like that.
Yeah. Verano, cute co-host. Well, him or me? We're both kind of cute.
I'm assuming they're talking about you, because I'm not. Yeah.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, most of the looks comments will go to you, not me.
Most of them.
Most of them. Yeah.
Jamie says nut sauce is very important.
It is, actually. You know, you got to have that, because it helps you keep your guitar in tune. Eddie Van Halen used to use graphite from pencil shavings. Yeah, he'd put
it's
that.
like slick, like putting chalk in your hands.
Yeah, he'd put it in there, and it would keep it. And he actually would wind his strings and twist them as he wound them. You know, I mean, that guy was the master of tinkering. You know, when it came to all that stuff. So. Yes, sir. CS
says, off topic, I got my free Dr. Squatch stuff that got lost in the mail. Oh, they delivered it. Nice.
Sweet.
Jarrod, I have a nice inventory now.
He's trying to catch up to me. Yeah, man. I love the Dr. Squatch soap and deodorant and toothpaste. And I actually have the shampoo and conditioner
I haven't tried the tooth. So he said their toothpaste, they have, a lemon citrusy flavor for the morning.
For the morning, and then a minty flavor for night. Yeah, it's actually great toothpaste. I love it.
And the citrusy morning stuff, he said, is because then, like, your orange juice and food doesn't taste weird.
Yep.
After you brush your feet.
Your feet?
Your teeth.
Hey, what you do with the toothpaste is...
Intimate moments with my toothpaste.
I brush my feet. Yeah, but, I mean, it's great. It really is. Like, I can eat immediately afterwards, and food doesn't taste weird, you know.
I still haven't tried it. I know you tried to give me that tube, and I left it.
It's good. Yeah. I like their stuff, man. They're a good company so far. I'm really digging their stuff.
With their feet.
What's that?
Well, I was going to ask if you had another song to play. We're all caught up on the comments.
I really don't. Yeah. I don't have a lot with this purple guitar. I have two that I'm writing with the purple guitar, but my batteries already went dead.
Well, I mean, you couldn't play anyway, so. Couldn't play anything anyway.
Yeah, well, I don't need them for that, but yeah, I mean, I had two more that I'm writing right now, but they're far from done.
Yes, yeah. And he promises me that tomorrow we're going to start on our new songs. Yeah. So we'll have 3 new songs. 3 new. It's going to be a while before they're done, because we have to go in the studio. We told him last time. Oh, I thought you said we gave him a month, so we'd have 3 new songs in a month. Yeah. But we're also working on our old songs that we haven't played on the show. Oh, yes. Yeah, like Eternal Deception and stuff like that. Yeah. That's a purple guitar song, but I'm not ready to play that at all. That song is like... Eternal Deception? Yeah, Eternal Deception. I love singing that one. Yeah, she loves singing it, and I love the song, but that solo vexes me. I mean, that's one of those solos that I like that word. You should use that word more often. Yeah. Vexes. I'm going to start using it. Yeah. But that solo is one of those ones that I regret writing because it's so hard to play in some areas, and it's a good solo. I love it, but it's hard to remember it all and play it all. JB says, I've been using the Bossman beard jelly and products for a while now, and it works great. Really glad you suggested that. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I still have that. I still have it upstairs. The beard jelly's amazing. Yep. Lloyd Phillips says, play something off the cuff. What you got off the cuff? Mix-wise... Yeah, what do I have? I'm trying to read it over your shoulder. Can you do anything with the Quest? Is the purple guitar Quest? Nope. Quest is red. You already did sing. That was the Catacombs. Yep. Yeah, everything's... What guitar do you use Fallen for? Red. Yep, everything's a red guitar. Everything, except for a few that I've already played tonight. Where's... I had one more if it's in here, but I don't think it's in here. Yeah, I don't really have... Disjointed red? Red, yep. Gosh, I had so much that I was going to do.
And I totally failed you guys tonight. Sorry, I have nothing.
Jarrod, do you find it easier practicing sitting down? My solos suck when standing.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so when I was in a band, I practiced a lot of times down here sitting down, but I knew because band practice, I had to stand up
for hours and hours for
yeah.
practice. Yeah.
So I stood up during band practice a lot of times because I knew that, especially when it came to like probably like if we had a show in like 3 weeks, for the next 3 weeks I would stand up. Yeah, because it's a different view. So when you look down, there's just a total different acclimation. And honestly, though, one of the ways around that is if your guitar hangs the same seated as it does when you're standing. Like mine doesn't move at all, stays in the same spot. But there's guys that sling it really low, but then when they practice sitting down, it's up here more.
Yeah.
Then they go down and they got to adjust to that. Their wrist is in a different spot, and it really does mess you up, because it's a different vantage point too. And so I always recommend like keeping it in the same spot, standing as you are seated, and then you don't have to do as much acclimation to it. But yeah, I still have to acclimate a little bit. Like I said, if we had a show in 3 weeks, I would be standing during practices. Even my personal practice time, I'd warm up with my coffee, but after that I'm standing. Because it does make a difference. I always
sing better standing too. I can create more space, get more air.
Yeah, for the old diaphragm.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely does matter.
But down here, we only have so much room, and we got to think of the camera angle and stand up. Then you got to change the everything.
Oh, it's a nightmare changing all that.
Right. Sean Casey says Eternal Deception is a kick-ass song.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You'll be able to hear it in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I have to. I have to learn that again and get tight with that. And there's that. We have 4? 4 of our old originals.
I can't remember.
I think we have 4 originals that we used to do.
JB asks, what music have you been listening to? I'd like to know some suggestions for new music to listen to from you.
There they are.
He's been listening to himself.
Yeah. I honestly listened to, one of our favorite bands was Camelot. Yeah. Which album was that? That was really good. Like, it was like 5 years ago. That one was really good. I like, Pagan's Mind is also another one for me. I love that guitar player. He's amazing. What I haven't done is listen to a lot of the new Dream Theater at all. I haven't listened to. Just skimmed through it.
You've been so busy doing Tone War stuff now.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have Christmas music on upstairs. So
yeah, when you're getting ready.
Be listening to Mariah Carey here.
Yeah. Okay, I draw the line at Mariah Carey.
Her Christmas album is probably my favorite Christmas album of all time.
Yeah. It's a big sellout.
I love Trans-Siberian Orchestra, don't get me wrong, but Mariah Carey's Christmas album.
Yeah. It's good stuff for you, huh?
All I want for Christmas.
It's a personality.
No, she's got one.
Yeah,
she has one.
Not one that people like. Yeah, so, but that, like, Pagan's Mind, Circus Maximus.
Circus Maximus is a good one. Not a lot of people know about them.
Yeah, get the album 9, Circus Maximus 9. There is not a wasted moment or a bad song on that album.
Great album.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And if you look up Circus Maximus live on YouTube, there's a whole concert of them, and it's just phenomenal. It really is. It's great. So when they went to Japan, Circus Maximus in Japan. And it has, what I like is it's got my favorite stuff, the backstory, like behind the scenes.
Yes, you are all about that.
Yeah, and the concert itself. They kind of mix it all in there, and I just think it's great. They came here and played in the States, it was like 5 years ago, and they were awesome.
Yep.
Really good band.
I don't know if a lot of people haven't heard of Within Temptation. That's also a band that I really like to listen to. And Delane, you can Google them or YouTube or whatever.
Who's the singer in Delane that you like? What's her name? Charlotte something?
Charlotte Wessels.
Yeah, very good singer.
Yep. Actually, I don't think she's in.
Yeah, she's not with them anymore.
Last year, I think.
Sad.
And she's doing her own thing, but you can still find their music.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Be good time.
Mm-hmm. JB says Circus Maximus is another one I love. Yeah.
Yeah. Great band. Really
Lloyd,
good band.
The new Dream Theater and the new LA Guns are phenomenal.
Oh, I have to check out the new LA Guns. That would be interesting to hear. Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking them out. For show.
For show.
For show. Yeah, we got 4 songs we got to learn here.
The Quest. The Quickening. While I Bleed. My Immortal.
We already know that,
yes,
so that's cool.
That one's good.
We can add that to the set list, too. And then we got those 3 covers that we got to get tight and stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to get those done.
Well, we'll be on, because we don't have the guitar, we'll stay and chat with you for about another 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
So if you have questions or comments you want to make, go ahead and put them in the chat. And we'll wrap it up here in just a minute. Yep,
because we got to eat. And sorry, guys, I snapped a string. I had all these songs planned. I'm like, oh, man. I was going to do like 8 songs tonight.
CS says, Ola digging the new Mastodon. I've never heard one song. I better get on it.
Yeah, Mastodon, I'll have to check them out again, but I've tried before, and I was like,
Are they a band?
Yeah, they just didn't work for me. I'm not saying they're not good. It's just it wasn't my taste. But I wouldn't mind checking them out again, and just seeing, maybe I've changed. I don't know, but we'll see.
Hope you changed.
I hope I changed.
You were stuck in a box for a little bit there.
Yeah, was I?
In a crowded, long-winded box.
Yeah, I think I've changed a little bit. I've been enjoying just writing songs for the channel and just doing all these tracks. And now that I got more time, I got several songs that I got to get done for the channel now. I needed to take a couple weeks to just clear my head.
You've only had one, so take one more.
Yep, I need one more week before I can clear my head and
you can dig in and
I got to get hungry because right now I'm still in overwhelmed mode. I mean, even just doing the profiles the other day was overwhelming to me. But I got to get. When you work every day for 6 months without a break, I mean, it really does get to you, man. I was done. But the good news is my head doesn't hurt anymore.
Yes, right?
Yeah, I can actually bend down and pick something up without feeling my head going to explode,
Yeah, it's hard to
Yep, so I'm super grateful for that. Oh my God, I feel like I got a whole new lease on life. That was not fun, so yeah, I'm super grateful.
I'm glad that that's gone too. Yeah. That was a lot.
That's one of the things that I guess if we're going to talk about what we're thankful for real quick before we end, I mean, that's one of the things that I'm super grateful for is the fact that, I had a whole new appreciation for my health this year because of that and the blood pressure issue I had earlier this year. I mean, man, when you get those health scares like that, I mean, it really does wake you up and make you realize, like, hey, I'm not going to be here forever. Time is short, and I better start really enjoying my life, or else, what am I going to have?
I'm really enjoying your life.
Well, I'm glad you is. Yeah, I mean, and that's what you want, is just, to just enjoy your life, and if you're stuck in a crappy dead-end job somewhere and you're just sick of it, just get out, man. Do something else. I mean, because, man, I'll tell you, life is short and you never know what's around the corner, and that's something that I learned big time this year. It's a bumper sticker. You see it all the time. Life is short, blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you, when you live that, when you have that reality hit you in the face, you wake up one day with that and you're like, oh my God, boy, that stuff's true. And you really start changing your mentality about things. And that's something I'm really grateful for this year is my health and realizing that the clock is ticking. There's nothing I can do to stop it. But while I'm here, I'm going to kick as much ass as I can, and enjoy it because who knows what tomorrow brings, So I'm grateful. Very grateful.
JB said Paul Gilbert released a Christmas album recently.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, that ought to be interesting. That guy's a shred freak, too, man. The guy's amazing. Freaking awesome guitar player. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's get some food.
I am down with that.
I was going to cook a whole bunch of stuff tonight, and I realized I'm all out of everything, so we got to go shopping. I got to run up to the store before they close. Well, hey, thanks, guys, for joining us tonight. Really appreciate that. It's always great seeing you here. Really does mean the world to us. And again, my apologies for my, snapping a string tonight. I had a bunch of other songs I was going to play, but I'll make it up to you. We'll do another one next weekend. I'll play a bunch of stuff for you. So, and thanks to everybody who are purchasing the profile. Seriously, it really means a lot. I really can't thank you enough.
Stokes the fire.
Yeah, it makes me want to do more, and now I can't wait to do the next one. So, well, thank you for being here. Well,
thank you for having me.
Yeah. And I hope you guys all had a great week and a great Thanksgiving, and I'll be live again on Wednesday night.
Oh, Christopher, he just chimed in. Love you both, and the weekly hangs bring me load of peace and smiles. Thankful for you both. I hope your holiday and all surrounding days are full of. The screen slid up. Are full of the same peace and smiles. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Right back at you, buddy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate
Sean,
that.
I will. I'll check out the spirit box.
Oh.
I took a screenshot, so I won't forget.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for all of the compliments, Lloyd. I'm thankful for you all. Thank you every day we're able to spend with you all.
Thank you.
All right.
Seriously, it really means a lot. I mean, and like I always say, every day's a gift.
And thank you for sharing part of your gift with us.
Exactly. Thank you, guys.
See you on Wednesday.
That's right.
See
you on Wednesday.
And I'll be back on Sunday.
I owe you guys a bunch of songs, so I'll play them Wednesday. All right.
Have a great night.
Excuse me. God bless you guys. Have a great night. We will see you all very soon.